right, 3 parts. Audio, technically 4 parts. Shot, or technically 4 parts. Office, you've already seen. Today we're doing audio. Tomorrow we'll do lighting. The next day we'll do everything else. So, getting started with audio, not much has changed. Nothing on this wall audio-wise. This is all cable trunks, the cubes, which are this shape down here. This is a 22-inch truck pack. We can go 4 wide in a trailer with those. But none of this is audio. That's all general cable, photo booth stuff, pipe and drape stuff, more photo booth. Audio-wise up here, headphone amps, very useful if you're running a band on ears, you run out of like traditional ears, they don't want to use wedges. You can go headphone amps there. S32 snake for talking to consoles, X32, M32, all those. A mic kit. A mic kit is all of like the good like rider friendly microphones. A lot of 58s, a lot of 57s. There's some Sennheiser 935s in there. What is this? For instance, this is SM81s. We've got a pair of those. Looks like we've got some stuff that doesn't belong in there. And it may be in its wrong bag because these are definitely not Beta 98s. We got a couple 609s, 614 Sennheiser, 604 Tom mics, Beta 52, more 609s, a Beta 91 down at the bottom, and then various mic clips and things of that nature. This is like if you want to get some industry friendly rider microphones. This is it. SM58s, SM57s. It's always nice to have betas like Beta 57s and Beta 58s or whatever. But this will for sure get you by. B mic kit. What do we got in here? This is like the not so rider friendly budget microphones. If you're like on a corn dog festival stage and you got high school kids on your drum kit, you don't want to put 604s up there. They're just going to get beat up and hit. Instead, you throw up like a Shure PG56. So it's like their budget drum kit mics. Yeah. Beta 52, just because that's pretty standard. Some 57s or like cheap 57s. This isn't a legit 57. It's like a knockoff. Some beat up SM58s. These things are tanks, so you can't break them. But when they get beat up like this, they go in the B kit. And just like some beat up Sennheiser stuff. This is the B kit. It also has clips and stuff like that in there too. What this is. I don't know what this is, but we're finding out together. That's what I thought it was. Little analog mixers. These are great to have around various things. Ceremonies. Drummer needs a mix. Lot of useful things where you just need like a couple inputs. Perfect. It's always nice to have some smaller format analog consoles. They come in handy for sure. We need to label this. We'll stick it there for now, but we'll label that up. A larger analog desk, Yamaha MG124. I think this is a 12 channel. Alto Stealth for running wireless delay speaker, stuff like that. A couple DJ SX3 DJ controllers for some of the guys that leave their stuff here, or a spare. It's always nice to have a spare. Truss in the way. As you can tell, we are literally stretched. We are so stretched for space in here. It's incredible. We've been here, what, 3 years, Blake? And we're out of room. If we get too much more stuff, we'll have to start stacking it in here. Then I can't park my truck inside. We're just running out of room. But that's hopefully going to be alleviated within the next 5 years. Hopefully. Drums, that's on everything else video. Slx 15s, great speakers, great budget speakers. These things get beat up, go out on rentals all the time, work as wedges, work as anything, just a cheap speaker that you know is going to work. Slx 15s. These are, I believe these are the V class from Mackie. They sent these to me, SRM 15s, also great speakers. I've been using these really like on my gigs more and more. Really starting to like this combo along with the DRM 18-inch sub. The SRT line, this is for anybody that needs a set of speakers on my shows or rentals. This is pretty much if you need some speakers, or we're running out of speakers, or rental, or whatever, it comes from here. That's all lighting. We'll explain that later. All of this is stands, just basic PA stands, subwoofer poles, all of that stuff is up here. 12 of the VRX 932 constant curvature line array boxes. That's what they call them on their website. It's not a true line array. They're constant curvature. They work well for what I use them for. This system allowed me to get into like a larger format PA, which is what we're doing a lot more of now. But the VRX stuff, it works well for a lot of different things, but for your true large format gigs, they just fall off too quickly. But I'll always keep these for indoor corporate stuff. They work fantastic, fantastic. X32 console, we got a pair of those. I don't know where the other one is. It's around here somewhere. So the EVP XM, we're probably going to do a video on them by themselves. They rock, Blake.
I'm impressed.
They sound incredible, and they're affordable for like a true coax wedge. I kept getting like more and more calls for we need wedges, not just like speakers turned over on their sides, which you can use these speakers as monitors, but I needed like some legit wedges. This was my first go in it, and they sound fantastic. So we're probably going to do a video on it by itself. And then of course we got the tried and true EKX 15s. You guys know all about those. I think that was my first delve into like a legit real speaker. Before then I had either not so good stuff or not good quality stuff. That was like the first legit speaker purchase I made, and it was life-changing for me and my business. Those speakers hands down have made me more money than anything in the shop, with the exception of like 1 or 2 items, and it's led to what is now Crown Entertainment. So that's cool. In here, at the bottom, we've got 8. This is the SLX rack, so we've got 8 Shure SLX with 58 handhelds, or we've got some body packs as well. This is just like a throw and go festival kit. Put some paddles on there. You got 8 channels of wireless. Dang it! I'll put that back later. What do we have in this one? Wrong side. This is our in-ear rack. We've got 6 channels of ears. It'd be nice to have something, you know, with maybe a little bit more, but it's what I could afford at the time. So these are Sennheiser, the Sennheiser G3s. So, oh, we've got, what is this? I don't know, but we've got 6 of those units there, with the packs, with the packs laid out in there. So we got 6 of these. Oh, above that, trash cans, just stands. Next to it, larger stands that we can put truss and stuff on. But yeah, just stands with truss that's in the way because we're running out of room. All of this up top storage, we'll get to that in another video. You can't really mention audio without mentioning stuff like mic stands. We've got one of the cases that holds 12, 24, something like that, and then it's got a compartment on top that holds smaller ones. We've also got another rolling around case for mic stands if we don't need a full rack of them. AC power. There's just shit everywhere. Of course, stuff like AC power, stage snakes. You notice these are in bigger boxes. They're not the cube truck pack. You can go 4 wide with these. These are the same width as those, but it's basically double the case. So stage snakes, rigging, shit everywhere, literally. 10.5 power, Socko, all that's power stuff. We'll get to that in another video. More storage, Socko, all of that is power. Distro center back here, air compressor, welder, workbench, rolling wood workbench table that's really just always full of shit because, again, we're running out of room. But I'm thankful for the spot that I have. Make no mistakes. This place is my zen. Everything that I enjoy, for the most part, is right here. So even if it is kind of cluttered, it's still my safe haven. So we've got an analog audio rack that's got an analog mixer in there. I believe it's 12 channels, a set of wireless microphones, a CD player. Yes, a CD player. And what else? I think that's it. Little Furman power conditioner. Just like a throw and go. We need a rental, but we don't know how to rent a digital console. Bingo bango. We want to rent a PA that we can turn up and down, and I have to jack with scribble strips and all that stuff. That's perfect. 48 channel split is on top. The actual snake is behind it. This is our drum hardware case. We'll get to that in another video. These are TVs, which are just kind of in the way. Amp racks. So these are our new amp racks. So our other amp racks, they worked fine, but they were a little long in the tooth, getting a little old. Plus, you always had to have the back open because the Motion Labs rack pack was in the back, so all of your amps would be in the front, and then you only had to open up the back for that rack pack. But with these, essentially, we can keep the back half closed and have one presentable rack. They look sweet. Blake did a great job. Still got the EV CP4000S amps with one Motion Labs rack pack 10.5 in the front. Drive rack Venue 360, and then the patch panel. I have this same thing duplicated in that one back there. The only difference between this rack and that rack is Blake made a caster plate for the top, which will, you can see it back here. Blake made this caster plate for the top. That is so we can stick our in-ear rack or our mic, our wireless rack on top of these. So we would have wireless on one, in-ears on the other, and they're both going to different sides of the stage. Then when you take these off, you can use the rack for the wireless and the ears to put your monitor console on, because that's typically where your wireless stuff hangs out, is in monitor world, and it makes a great table for a console. Beside that, we've got our EV ETX 35P 3-way speakers. I acquired those over COVID in a trade. I had some big old school, what were those, X-Arrays that I traded for those, and they've worked out well. We use those all the time. The MACKIE DRM 3-ways generally go here. They're out on a rental, and he didn't have room for the cart, so he just took the speakers. EV EKX 18 subs. On the same dolly cart I made years ago. I get questions about that dolly cart literally all the time. It's still holding up well. I built that thing like 6-7 years ago at this point. Holding up great. If you build stuff right and you take care of it, generally you don't have a problem with it. Behind those go the MACKIE DRM18S, maybe. They're the 18-inch MACKIEs that they sent out to me. They pair up with the DRMs that are out on rental. They're both out on rental at this time. Back for when I got to come up here and feed my demons. Besides those, we've got the Turbo Sound IQ8s, which bang for buck, bro. Those things scream. There's so much technology packed into that box. They are insane. I would almost go to say those speakers have more technology than any speaker I have. Period. You can do ultranet through them. You can do speaker modeling with them. They sound incredible for an 8. I mean, again, you have to understand where you're at, but like we use them for front fills. We use them for main speakers. We use them for monitors. We use them for delays. What else? Near field monitors. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Those 8s, we have thrown so much at them. They haven't blown up. They sound fantastic. They're easy to make sound good. Just I can't say enough about the IQ8s. 8. There's 2 here, 3 and 3. The JBL STX 828 dual 18 subs. I've got 8. I need 12. I'm trying to buy some. So if you know someone selling passive, not power, passive JBL 828 SPs, please let me know. I'll pay for shipping, or I own a trucking company. I'll come get them. One of the two. Other X32 console back here, lighting desk here, and that pretty much like rounds out audio. As Blake trips over stuff because we're packed to the gills with stuff. Everything on this counter is pretty much stuff that's for sale. We pulled from an install. We bought out as a part of a buyout from somewhere, but all this crap needs a new home. I don't have this stuff listed on the website. I'm actually getting a new website. There's going to be a spot on that website for used gear. So in the future, check back with me. You may be able to go to our website and hit the scroll page for like used gear. Until then, we've got a lot of stuff listed on our Reverb site. I'll put that down in the description below if you want to check out some of the used stuff we've got. But yeah, all this stuff is listed for sale. And Blake, I think that may be it. Did I leave anything out?
I don't think so.
If I didn't say it enough, we're out of room.